Good morning there. It is Monday, July 20th, and we are here at our daily lectionary reading. Our first reading today comes from Psalms 139, 13 through 22. Oh yes, you shaped me first inside, then out. You formed me in my mother's womb. I thanked you, high God. You're breathtaking. Body and soul, I am marvelously made. I worship in adoration. What a creation. You know me inside and out. You know every bone in my body. You know exactly how I was made, bit by bit, how I was sculptured from nothing into something. Like an open book, you watched me grow from conception to birth. All the stages of my life were spread out before you. The days of my life all prepared before I even lived one day. Your thoughts, how rare, how beautiful. God, I'll never comprehend them. I couldn't even begin to count them, any more than I could count the sand of the sea. Oh, let me rise in the morning and live with you always. And please, God, do away with the wickedness for good. And you murderers out there, all the men and women who belittle you, God, infatuated with cheap God imitations, see how I hate those who hate you, God. See how I loathe all those godless arrogance. I hate it with pure, unadulterated hatred. Your enemies are my enemies. Our Old Testament reading today is a little bit of a longer one. Genesis chapter 32, verses 3 through 21. Then Jacob sent messengers ahead to his brother Esau in the land of Seir and Edom. He instructed them, "Tell my master Esau this, a message from your servant Jacob. I've been staying with Laban and couldn't get away until now. I've acquired cattle and donkeys and sheep, also men and women servants. I'm telling you all this, my master, hoping for your approval." The messenger came back to Jacob and said, "We talked to your brother Esau, and he's on the way to meet you. But he has 400 men with him." Jacob was scared, very scared, panicked. He divided his people, sheep, cattle, and camels into two camps. He thought, if Esau comes on the first camp and attacks it, the other camp has a chance to get away. And then Jacob prayed, "God of my father Abraham, God of my father Isaac, God who told me go back to your parents' homeland and I'll treat you well. I don't deserve all the love and loyalty you've shown me. When I left here and crossed the Jordan, I only had the clothes on my back, and now look at me. Two camps. Save me, please, from the violence of my brother, my angry brother. I'm afraid he'll come and attack us all. Me, the mothers, and the children. You yourself said, I will treat you well. I'll make your descendants like the sands of the sea, far too many to count." He slept the night there. Then he prepared a present for his brother Esau from his possessions. 200 female goats, 20 male goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 camels with their nursing young, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys and 10 male donkeys. He put a servant in charge of each herd and said, "Go ahead of me and keep a healthy space between each herd." Then he instructed the first one out. "When my brother Esau comes close and asks, 'Who is your master? Where are you going? Who owns them?' answer him with this, 'Your servant Jacob. They are a gift to my master Esau. He's on his way.'" He gave the same instruction to the second servant and to the third. To each in turn they set out their own herds. "Say, your servant Jacob is on his way behind us." He thought, "I will soften him with the succession of gifts. Then, when he sees me face to face, maybe he'll be glad to welcome me." So his gifts went before him while he settled down for the night in the camp. Our New Testament reading comes from Revelation chapter 14, verses 12 through 20. Meanwhile, the saints stand passionately patient, keeping God's command, standing faithful to Jesus. I heard a voice out of heaven, "Write this, blessed are those who die in the Master from now on." How blessed to die that way. "Yes," says the Spirit, "and blessed rests from their hand hard work. None of them what they've done is wasted. God blesses them, for it all is well in the end. I looked up. I caught my breath. A white cloud, and one like the Son of Man sitting on it. He wore a gold crown and held a sharp sickle. Another angel came out of the temple, shouting to the cloud and throne, "Swing your sickle and reap! It's harvest time. Earth's harvest is ripe for the reaping." The cloud and throne gave a mighty sweep of his sickle and began harvesting earth in a stroke. Then another angel came out of the temple in heaven. He also had a sharp sickle. Yet another angel, the one in charge of tending the fire, came from the altar. He thundered to the angel who held the sharp sickle, "Swing your sharp sickle. Harvest earth's vineyard. The grapes are bursting with ripeness." The angel swung his sickle, harvested earth's vintage, and heaved into the winepress, the giant winepress of God's wrath. The winepress was outside the city. As the vintage was trodden, blood poured from the winepress as high as a horse bridle, a river of blood for 200 miles. And here ends our daily readings for the day.